I've never successfully helped any one of my friends on self-improvement. I've showed a lot of them that, oh yeah, you need to go watch this video and try to do all of these things, introducing them to it and say, oh yeah, watch this video and then start doing these habits. And they did start doing the habits. Then 1 week passes and I say to them, oh yeah, how's it going? Oh yeah, I forgot to do all of the habits. I'm like, oh yeah, you gotta keep going, man. And then I held them accountable saying, oh yeah, keep going, you have to do this, you have to do this. Oh yeah, don't miss your meditation schedule. Don't miss, oh you have to read today, oh you have to watch that video. I kept on saying that to them, forcing them to get into self-improvement. And it never really worked. If you don't already know me, my name is Loris and I help young men fast track their self-improvement success. You're clearly interested, so just go down and click the subscribe button. Now I'm not saying that you can't introduce your friends to self-improvement because surely that's a good idea if they don't know about it. But if they then want to do it, then they'll research it themselves and come back to you. Don't try to force it. Don't try to tell them, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this. Because they will find out their own interests. Because people will only do what they're interested in themselves. If you think back to when you were younger and your mother or father would say to you, oh, you have to read because you need to learn how to read. And you'd be like, no, I don't want to read, I just want to play video games. That was, what I would say. No, I don't want to read, mom. And now, where it's in my interest to learn, to read, I want to read. I'll put time aside to read every single day. Think about that. It's only because I wanted to do it. So when you try to force somebody else to do something, until they've decided that they want to do it in their mind, they will not work as hard, they will not care as much. Because think about me and you, right? We care so much about this. We've sacrificed a lot. We've changed our lifestyles. And we work hard every single day thinking about how can we improve ourselves. But your friend who's being forced kind of by you to do all of this, he doesn't really care. Of course he's like, oh yeah, it would be nice to improve myself. But he doesn't really care that much. So when we who care so much have such a hard time getting the smallest amount of progress, think about the guy who is like, oh yeah, it would be nice to improve myself a bit. How much progress do you think he's going to make? Absolutely nothing, because they don't care as much. Until it's their interest, they won't really care. That's why all of my friends who I've tried to put on, it didn't work. Because they didn't care, I cared. I wanted them to improve their life, but if it's not their interest, then don't force it. If they are not interested in doing all of these things, then just leave them. You can still be friends with somebody who isn't on self-improvement. If you have something in common with them still, then there's no problem in still being like friends with them just because, oh yeah, I cut the people out who are not going to help me. You can still have friends who's not on self-improvement. And think about it, I've experienced this so much. If you keep on like being the guy whose only thing he has in their life, because I was like that, and I would just only talk about self-improvement. It was my whole life. I would go home, watch videos at the moment. Like I wouldn't use any time on just living. I would always watch a new self-improvement video when I had done my habits and stuff. And when I come in person, I'd speak about this new tactic and speak about this and speak about that. And it was the only thing I spoke about was just self-improvement. And your friends will get annoyed with you. They'll be like, oh yeah, they don't really want to listen to that. When they don't care, don't try to make it your whole personality, because you will kind of push them away, to be honest. I've lost some friends by just only caring about that, definitely. And this is not about your friends being like fake friends, because it's not because you do self-improvement they don't want to talk to you. If you do self-improvement, you'll probably get more friends because you're improving yourself, so you're bringing more qualities to the table and therefore people want to be with you. But that doesn't really work when the only thing you talk about and the only thing in your life is watching the latest Hamza video and doing your habits and keeping a tight schedule. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with keeping a tight schedule, but if you spend every single waking moment thinking about like watching the newest self-improvement video because you need to get the newest tactic, then like you won't attract your friends. They'll just reject you because they're not attracted to somebody who doesn't have a life. I'm telling you this, it's not self-improvement to watch all of the self-improvement videos. That's not self-improvement. That's just autistic mental masturbation. It's almost a pleasure just watching all of those self-improvement videos and thinking about, oh yeah, I'm going to get this new productivity tactic to 10x my productivity. while just going out and taking action, and then use the rest of your time to just be with your friends or just be present with some other people would be more beneficial. It's not about them being fake friends. It's about you not having a life and they don't want to be a part of a person who only cares about this. And they'll also start to think that you don't have anything in common with them because you only talk about self-improvement and they're not into that. So you'll only just gain fewer friends and lose more friends by making it your whole personality and trying to put people on and forcing them to do this. So I'll leave you with this. People will only do what they want to do. As I said, when you were younger, you didn't want to read because your mama said that you should do it, right? But now that it's in your interest to read, then you will read. When they don't care, when it's not in their interest to do self-improvement, they won't just commit to it because you say so. So leave people to find out what they want to do. Because it's okay to not want to be on self-improvement. People want to do different things. And I encourage you so much to get onto self-improvement. And I definitely think you should introduce your friends to it. But you can't force them. You can't force them to get onto this. Because it's only for the few percent. Me and you, we are part of the few percent who actually care about improving. Not everybody does. So just let them live their life. That's what I'm going to leave you with. You're clearly interested in self-improvement videos just like this one. So just go down and click the subscribe button. It's a win-win for me and you. Also remember to check out the Discord server. It's the first link in the description. And last but not least, put one foot in front of the other.